Good presentations by people. Nicely done. So what am I going to speak about? One thing I want to highlight is some of the wrong things about Shankara. Swami dealt with very elaborately about Mayavada and Brahmavada. Okay. The Shankara is Brahmavadi, not Maya. But I have also heard in today's world a lot of other stuff that's being talked about him, which I want to definitely negate. 2 points mainly. One is, in fact, there's a book published by an organization called Shankara the Missionary. I can't think of a more wrong title. Sorry, I have heard a more wrong title, which I'll come to next. Shankara was not a missionary. Shankara was a teacher. Yes, lot of stuff like when he corrected people's understandings of Vedanta, etc., understanding of Sanatana Dharma and what it's about. He was not converting them. In fact, all of them were Sanatanis. A missionary converts someone from another religion to your religion. Shankara never did that. All the mathas that are there in India were Sanatanis, Sanatana Dharma. Some people had certain wrong understanding in terms of what Buddha is, etc. So he challenged them, debated with them, and gave them the right understanding. Because it's not that always people are going to come to you as students. When some public figures are there, you have to challenge their understanding. And that Vedanta always grew with debate and discussions, and that tradition seems to be a bit missing in today's world. Somewhere I think we should revive that. Another thing I heard about Shankara, which is worse, because he went and debated all over the world. One modern Acharya has called him the most argumentative Indian. The most argumentative Indians. It's when I hear things like this that my hand starts to twitch. But it is not socially appropriate to go and give him a whack. You mean to say someone who's debating with another intellectual about the meaning of the Shastra is being argumentative? It's part of Mananam. Clarify ideas. So, some nonsensical. So, having said that, I am glad people are seeing the glory of Shankara in his various, like Shiva Manasa Puja, Shiva Bhujangam, etc. Kanda Bhujangam. Good. But if you really want to understand the glory of Shankara, you have to go into the Bhashya. Yeah, in the smaller verses, etc., the Bhakti Stotrams, his role as a devotee, plus with the insight of the knowledge, does come. Even if you take books which are attributed to him like Atma Bodha, etc., which is scholars don't accept it, says, but whatever, you will understand some things of his glory. But to really, if you want to understand Shankara, you have to go into the Bhashya. And some of you have already heard some of the Bhashyas. I'm sure all of you will hear in time. And as Rohit mentioned, if I were to be asked to pick up one aspect of his work which is important, which has had a major contribution to the teaching of Vedanta, I would pick up the Adhyasa Bhashya, which is the introduction to Brahma Sutras. Now, Brahma Sutras was written by Vyasa. Brahma Sutra is an analysis of all the Upanishads, the Gita, an analysis. A highly analytical work, logical work. To be very crystal clear about what is the meaning of each word and each verse that comes. That was written at the time of Krishna, a different yuga by itself. After that, teaching traditions were there, of course. But it took Shankara to write a Bhashya on, to record the whole teaching tradition in a complete, elaborate form, in a highly logical form. To be logical is essential. Why? Because we are talking about understanding. People think it's all about being emotional, it's all about art, have a art experience. Reva de. Have a art is good. But as human beings, it's cognitive. If the problem is one of ignorance, the solution is in terms of knowledge. And in this Adhyasa Bhashya, he makes a lot of things clear. As Kumarala Bhatta said, 10,000 verses can be written on this Adhyasa Bhashya. I take about 30 classes to teach that. One thing he does there is very, very important, which I'll mention. One thing he says is Adhyasa is universal. Why? Everyone has mistaken the body and mind. What is Adhyasa? Atasmin tad buddhi. To take something as something else. Okay? Tad buddhi, the idea of that in not that. Atasmin. The body is not the Atma, you take the body as the Atma. And he gives various definitions of Adhyasa, which I don't want to go into a whole 1 hour class by itself. And I have only about 10 minutes left. So, this Adhyasa, he says, is responsible for one being a student of Vedanta. Why? If you did not have the problem of Adhyasa, will you seek moksha? I know I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Why do I need moksha? Why do I need to come to Vedanta? Not necessary, because I already know. But because I don't know and I have concluded I'm something else, that's Adhyasa, I seek freedom from it. And the seeking for freedom becomes a pursuit of knowledge with understanding. Mumukshutvam becomes jignasa. All this we said in the class. So the student of Vedanta is established because of Adhyasa. The problem of bondage is established because of Adhyasa. If there is no Adhyasa, where is bondage? If bondage was real, knowledge would not be the solution. Supposing I catch hold of you and tie you up, nice, the good rope. Can you say, I know I am tied and I know this is rope, I will get free with this knowledge? There you will need some action. But if the bondage is the limitless mistaking itself to be something finite, no amount of action will give it. But if you think you are bound, if you are dreaming that you are bound like Narada, then the teacher needs to wake you up. Therefore, the question of bondage itself is because of Adhyasa. The student is established because of Adhyasa. The Shastra become necessary because of Adhyasa. Otherwise, why is the Shastra necessary? The teacher is established because of Adhyasa. Teacher also, yes. But I thought teacher was a wise person. Yes. Teacher is a wise person, hopefully. Right now, most of you will have to take it in good faith. If the, how can the guru who is a wise person be established as Adhyasa? If the guru does not take for the time being consciously that the body and mind be and I'm going to function through the body and mind. Is there a guru? What is guru? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Dihi Devo Brahmeti, the student approaches. Where is the student? Where is the guru? There's only Satyam Jnanam Anantam. True, but there is no teaching. So the guru and the teaching is both established because of Adhyasa alone. Consciously, deliberately. Shankara makes this very clear for those who have heard the Brahma Sutras from me and those who will hear it in a few months' time from Swami. Ashwadibhischa Vishesha. Ashwadibhischa. One takes it unconsciously. That's Adhyasa. One does it consciously. That's all. You know, you're playing a role. But without that role, without Adhyasa establishing the role, the possibility of the role is there only because of Adhyasa. Subject matter of Vedanta is again because of Adhyasa. Subject matter is freedom from finitude. Finitude is established by Adhyasa alone. That's why knowledge is enough. Because if you are mistaking a rope for a snake, famous example, no amount of action is going to solve it. Physical action. Let me go and beat it. I'm an aggressive guy. Arrows. Rope, that snake is not going to die. I'm a so-called peaceful guy. I avoid problems. No, don't go that way. Go around this. Most of us Hindus are like that. Useless characters. Problem is solved. You tell others also, don't go that way. There is a huge cobra there. Or you are a very religious person. You will offer that cobra some milk. Naga Panchami, like, Naga Panchami, we do. Will the cobra go? For Jnanam Evat Kaivalyam. If the problem is established by Adhyasa, the solution can only be in terms of knowledge. That's why the whole Indian culture is so geared to knowledge. It has affected everything. The child comes and says, I want to be an actor. And the parent will say, finish your graduation. The acting के लिए graduation चाहिए. To make faces at the camera, do you need graduation? Okay, I'm not belittling acting. Some of the greatest actors we have had in this country, they're not, one of them, a couple of them didn't even finish school. But no, you must finish graduation. This love for knowledge actually came from here. That knowledge is the solution. So the problem of life, finitude, the solution, in terms of knowledge. That is because the problem is adhyastam. Therefore, the solution is equally adhyastam. The student is adhyasavan purusha, and he has adhyasa guru. In one of the journeys, somebody asked me, "Are you a guru?" I said, "No." Who says I'm a guru? Guru I am to someone who relates to me as Sishya. Otherwise, where am I Guru? I'm not Guru. Of course, I can't tell him I'm Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Why? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman will not talk. So even to talk, there has to be a choice, Adhyasa. Adhyasa as a choice has to be. Therefore, all the way. Because of Maya, you get Adhyasa. And it is because of Adhyasa that the whole Vedanta Shastra has come into the picture. So the most appropriate introduction to Vedanta Shastra is one of Adhyasa. One dealing with Adhyasa, the Adhyasa Bhashya. I'm sure all of you in time will see the glory of Shankara through the Bhashya. May his grace be on all of us and all of us gain Brahmanishta. Okay? True negation of Adhyasa. Om Tat Sat.